everyone, this is Cynthia Shields, and today I'm going to show you how to do 60-second planks. I'm actually going to show you variations of planks. Those of us that have wrist problems, I'm going to demonstrate some forearm planks, but I'm also going to show a variety of how to do planks for 60 seconds. That way we can strengthen our core. So what do I mean by strengthening our core? A lot of people think it's just the abdominal muscles, but it's not. It's our obliques and it's our back muscles. So if you think about a core, it's all of this and it's all of this. So when we're in our planks, we're actually going to be tightening up all of these muscles all around, even our gluteus maximus, all the way up into here. And the reason that it's so important is because these muscles actually hug our spine. So if you can imagine your muscles just kind of grabbing onto the spine and holding it into place. And this is where many folks, including myself, have low back problems, is that the muscles here, when we've been sitting at the computer all day or if we've been driving, they just get weak, and when that happens, they kind of just let go of our spine, and so we end up with herniated discs and low back problems, and it's just terrible getting older. But anyhow, so I'm going to show you how to strengthen up these core muscles, and then not only are you going to help your spine, but it'll also help us with our posture. So let me demonstrate the proper way of doing a plank by standing up, because it's a little easier to show off the way that we're going to hold the posture, because it's not about the length of the plank or our exercise that makes a big difference. It's actually our posture and our pose. First thing, when we're doing our planks, imagine if I was on the floor and I had my arms out straight. I actually want to have my shoulder, my arm, and my wrist straight below me. I don't want to have it out to the side. I want to have it directly below me. So imagine us on the floor. This is the floor. We're going to have our wrist, our elbow, and our shoulder flush. The other piece of it is when we're on the floor in a plank, take your pelvis and tilt it a little bit. Tighten up these muscles, the lower abdomen muscles, tighten up the midsection, tighten up the oblique muscles. Tighten them up, and remember, tilt. Bring the belly button in to your spine, kind of like kiss your belly button towards your spine, and then bring it up to the rib cage. So what I'm doing here is I'm in a plank, tilt my muscles, I'm tightening up my glutes, I'm tightening up my obliques, I'm tightening up my lower abs, I'm tilting, pulling the belly button in and up towards my rib cage, and now I'm ready to either stay here in this position for 60 seconds, or let's get going and I'll show you a couple of cool variations of the plank. Okay, before getting on with our planks or any other type of exercises, let's do a warm-up. Before I do my planks, I actually do some baby poses and a downward facing dog just for a couple of seconds, because I want to stretch my spine and get it ready for my abdominal muscles and my other types of exercise and workouts. So the first thing is, let's do a baby pose. Hold it for a couple of seconds. It doesn't take very long. Upward facing dog. It stretches your lower back. And then go into a downward facing dog. Like I said, just do it for a couple of seconds. It stretches out your back. It wakens up your spine and it gets your core muscles ready. Now when I'm in my downward facing dog, I actually pull my abdominal muscles in. I pull my belly button towards the spine. I imagine it going to the spine and up to my rib cage. You might not be able to see it, but I can feel it. So let's begin. First thing that we're going to do is the plank. Now, in this fun little contest, you can either hold a regular plank, you can go into the forearm, or you can do the variations that I'm going to show you. You can do the regular plank. Now remember, what I had shown is that you want to keep your shoulders, your wrists, your elbows, everything flush. Pull your shoulder blades back. So imagine pulling your shoulder blades back, shoulders away from your ears. Put your weight in your heels because it takes it off, some of the pressure off of your shoulders, and just hold it for 60 seconds. Or hold it for 10 seconds Go back into a child pose. Stretch it out. We're still wakening up our body and our core. Go into a plank again. Tilt your hip. Do a pelvis tilt. Pull that shoulder blade back. Get your posture ready. And we're going to do a spider lunge. 2 on each side. 1, 2, 1. Keep that belly tight. 2. Now we're going to go into one more child pose. Give it a little bit of a stretch. Now we're going to do a side plank. Come up. Get ready for this side plank. What I do is we're going to start with the right side. I'm going to go on my forearm. I'm going to give my wrist a break and my shoulder a break. So lay your right arm down on the carpet. Roll over to your side. And the way that you get into a side plank, if you're a beginner, put your top leg down and lift up. If you've done this a couple of times, stack your feet on top of each other. Use your top hand and push up. So, push up. Take your right hand, or excuse me, my left hand, put it on the hip, and then hold it for 10 seconds. If you're a beginner, put your top hand down, put your top leg down, and use this to stabilize. What I'm doing is imagine a bar going through my hips into the ground. I want to keep my hips flush. I don't want to roll over. I want to actually hold my core in, tighten it up. Put your hand here. Do you feel it? Is it tight? Right here, my core muscles are rock hard. It's holding me. I'm actually not putting a lot of pressure on my shoulder or my leg. I'm holding myself up with these, my obliques. So again, go ahead and tighten up your obliques, tighten up your core, hit it, and then let it down. Roll over. We can go into the left side. So again, to start off, I'm going to use my forearm. For beginners, you're going to keep your hand on the ground. Use your top leg, excuse me, use your top leg to balance or stack your 2 feet together. Ready? Begin. Hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Before you let go, are those obliques tight? Pull the belly in, tight. All right. What I do on this one is time to do a child's pose. Now, if you really want to get daredevilish, let's do that set again, only this time we're going to do hip touches to the mat. So let's go back to the right side. Get our right shoulder flush. Get our right hand out on the ground. Get our legs straight out. Beginners, put your top leg down on the ground because we're going to help our obliques lift up. For those of us that have been doing it, let's push up, tighten up those obliques, pull the belly button in, put your hand on your hip, and then begin. Touch, touch, do it 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Beginners, this is what you'll do. You can either do it this way or take your bottom leg, curve it around, keep this here, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Let's do the other side. All right, beginners. Take your foot here, curve this in the back. Take this hand, put it on the ground. Make sure your shoulder is flush. Don't have it out here. That's going to end up injuring you. Have it exactly like a 90-degree angle. Ready? Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always make sure your belly button is in. These obliques are tight. You've got a bar through your hip. Always make sure your hips are flush, not rolling. Okay, we have one last one, and then you're finished. It's called Rocket Man. Rocket Man is going to work your back, your core muscles, your glutes. So let's finish off with a hard stop. Ready? Head up, hand out to the side, zip your legs up, and pretend that you're flying through the air like Rocket Man. Count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep that belly strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rocket Man. Time. Good job, guys. All right, that's it. You have finished your core muscles daily exercise. I will see you again soon. This is Cynthia Shields. Peace out.